substitute motion to send it on without a recommendation, and we'll just send all of the amendments on without a recommendation. Any further discussion? Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to add anything? That's a big topic.
Metal or plastic, the stress of new construction could perhaps damage it. So we're going to pay again for something that should have been done right the first time. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? You'll just identify yourself by name and address, please.
Jamie Rowe, 4215 Castle Pike. I would hope that each of you would consider this very carefully, because it could make an impact on fines that are levied by EPA because the restrictions and regulations are not strong enough, and they even might cause the city to lose their permit if muddy water runs into the city from the county. At least consider all the recommendations that Tetra Tech and Arcadis made. Why pay for in a study and then not accept the recommendations that they made? At the Stormwater Advisory Committee, Chris Blunju, who is an engineer, said that he felt like all of those were very reasonable and responsible recommendations. I really hope that you'll each consider each one of those and the other things that have been talked about today. The concrete pipe is used in 3 instances. In the city, it's required in 6. You made an agreement in 2001 to do the right thing, to make it as strict as. I don't think you have a choice if you stand up to the agreement and the promise the county made.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Motion to send this on without a recommendation. Commissioner Luthold?
Jamie, could you come
Jamie?
back? I thought you might stay for the Finance Committee. I just have a question since you're going to be leaving. Is what's being recommended by the county without amendments from anybody else, and I know we got all kind of amendments here, what's your opinion of what they're recommending per se?
On the amendments that are out right now?
On the ones that the Knox County Chris is recommending, without any Commissioner Harmon's or Lambert's changes, and they may even go in opposite directions, but what's your comments on what they have proposed per se?
On what the county ordinance reads now?
As what they're proposing, yes. What Chris is saying, here's what I'm recommending to the county.
Well, you all are just recommending the ordinance as is, correct? You don't have any amendments. I think there's several things that need to be changed, one of which is the not doing away with the sinkhole policy for development for Knox County. That needs to be a document that's kept intact, in place, and not just part of the stormwater management manuals and portions of it kept.
The county commission held a hearing for a while. When was that? 2 or 3 weeks ago or something. And that question was, in fact, asked. The answer, try to summarize it, was that it doesn't really change that policy. Chris, is that correct or incorrect? As to your answer.
That's correct. Yes. It does not change the policy. It just puts it in a different place.
If he's talking about what's in place now in the manuals, there are pages that are missing. That document used to be on the city on the county website in the engineering department. It is no longer there, and portions of that document are in that manual, but portions of it are missing.
Chris, could you answer that?
Unfortunately, I can't say I'm familiar with exactly what's on the website documented. I hope is to have one ordinance that's somewhat streamlined, easy to read, easy to follow, but maintains the same level of protection that was in the previous policy.
Well, that's pretty important, in my opinion, that we keep our standards, protect your sinkholes for that. Thank you.
Bruce, before Monday, since we're going to have, I guess, 3 different amendments to take a look at now, and that's just now, we may have more between now and then, but if you could take the ones that we have and try to consolidate, because some of these are going to, these amendments will have conflict with one another and possibly with the original part of the ordinance. And by approving one amendment, we may take something out of something else. And so, before we vote on that, I think we need to know where there may be some conflicts in case you vote for 2 different amendments and if they're in conflict with each other and the ordinance. So if you could maybe read over it.
I do need a copy of I think we have 2.
Commissioner Norman has one, Commissioner Mark Harmon has one, and now Commissioner Lambert now has an amendment that they're wishing to add.
Yeah, Commissioner Lambert's, I think, is the only one we have not seen.
Okay.
If I could get a copy of that.
Shirley, if you can make sure. Any further discussion? Mr. Cate.
Hey, Michelle, just a question, Bruce, or Chris. The manual is not to be codified as part of the ordinance, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Motion is sent on without a recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Next item.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Moore.
make a recommendation 47 through 52. We send on with recommendation to approve.
Well, I think 56 might need to be.
No, it's just 47 through 52.
Oh, through 52? Okay. Remember, 49 has been withdrawn.
No.
No, 46 was withdrawn. I think, yes. Go ahead, clerk. Well, go ahead and read the ones that Commissioner Morris has asked to be approved. Read those into the record.
Item 47 is consideration of an ordinance of the Commission of Knox County, Tennessee, amending Section 2-762 of the Knox County Code, Ordinance O-02-7-101, subsection 2B. This is on second reading, Ordinance 101. Item 49 is consideration of an ordinance of the Commission of Knox County, Tennessee, amending Section 2-822 of the Knox County Code, Ordinance O-027-101, subsection 6B. This is ordinance on second reading. Item 50 is consideration of closure of right-of-way on Davis Road, property located at the end of Davis Road, property owner Mike Shea. Item 51 is consideration of closure of unknown right-of-way off of Shoptown Road, property located off Pleasant Gap Road, property owner John Worley. This is on second reading. And item 52 is consideration of new road, Coral Reef Circle, Choda Field Subdivision, Unit 1 and District 5.
There were motion to approve. Okay. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item 53 is discussion and review of the Solway Natural Resources Discovery at the Solway Greenway Facility.
Mr. Lambert, do you?
I definitely need to approve.
It's a discussion item, so.
Well, no. I mean, I approve we discuss it now. We discuss it in the regular meeting. I think we have a representative from Green Place to speak on this. Come on.
Would you like them to? And sir, if you'll identify yourself by name and address, please.
I'm David Draper with Lewis King Law Firm, 620 Market Street. I've been working with natural resources intensively over the last 90 days in reaction to a number of issues, some real, some imagined. In the period of time since the resolution was passed, we have engaged a highly qualified expert in the industry of composting and also with specific regard to the odor assessment.